Hello everybody, I hope you are well. Today I have come just around the corner, or down the hill rather, from Sisbury Ring that we walked around, and we've come to a dew pond. Little quiet spot in a valley, and in Celtic and Bardic lore, the edges of places, so the edge of this pond, is known as a thin space. So we've come to one of these thin spaces just to feel the energies and have a bit of spring stroke summer energy. We are now, as I record this, it's the 31st of May, and I will be releasing this in a few days. So we're literally on the cusp of summer solstice energies here in the Northern Hemisphere. So I thought I'd do a little Celtic healing with Reiki and Ogham, maybe even some runes. So take a deep breath in, holding the air in your lungs for a little while, and breathe out anything physical into the ground below you. And take a second deep breath in from the skies above you, holding the air in your lungs for a little while, and breathing out any worry and any anxieties. Then take a third deep breath in from the waters surrounding our sacred earth, holding the air in your lungs for a little while and breathing out any sadness back into the waters. And then finally, a deep breath in from the sun above you, holding the air in your lungs for a little while and breathing out any anger and frustration. And then settle your breathing down into its natural rhythm, feeling a bit more calm and centered within body, mind and spirit. And now we shall ground by growing roots out of your shoulders and down past your hips and knees, down through your feet and into the ground below you. And it grows down and down and down until they reach the twigs of the inner world tree. And when they do that, as you breathe in, they start to suck up the sap and energy of that inner world tree. And the energy moves up through the holes in the bottom of your feet and up into the lower dantian, just below your belly button, opening and activating that energy center, and the sap continues to rise, the energy, to the heart center, which it opens and activates and continues to rise up to the yin-tang point, the energy center in the middle of your forehead, and it opens and activates this energy center too. And then the energy is pushed out of the top of your head and continues to fountain down you that's a phrase, spilling down you like a fountain in a protective, healing layer to be drawn back up through your feet and up your body and out of the top of your head again in a continual movement. Beautiful green, yellow, red and blue energy, the chi of the earth. And I did choose an Ogham of perfume oil to use, and the one that came out today was Rowan Luish, which is flowering at the moment, and these are from Star Child shop in Glastonbury, and you can get these on the internet. I've got the whole set of Ogham tree perfumes. So I'm just gonna put the fragrance of this on my hands and just breathe in the scent of rowan or the mountain ash. And the symbol is Luish. 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 Just draw that down your center line again. Luish. 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 Okay, we'll let that imprint itself, and I'm now just going to draw the master symbols onto my hand of Rish, the elder, and Yoho, the yew tree. And there are lots of these around now, around the edge of this pond, behind the screen. I can see an elder in flower from here and a hawthorn. Okay. So we're just going to clear these energy centers, and I have got a little bag of goodies here, which is my mojo bag, and this is the pendulum that I travel with. It is actually a Victorian glass locket that was given to my grandmother by my grandfather. Okay, so let's clear the energy center that is at your sacral. It's called the lower dantian, but it's roughly at your sacral. And I'm just gonna let this spin until it's happy. So this is the emotional center. So any emotions that you don't like or that you don't feel are letting you move forward, let's spin that out. The pendulum's very busy. My gran used to call this her clonker. And I used this as my main pendulum for years and years. You can use necklaces, that's fine. So spinning out anything that was done to you, that worried you, or anything that you've done to others. You know, we're all guilty of being tactless, for example, saying nasty things when we're upset. Let's just let the pendulum spin it out, and spin it out. And you've acknowledged that you didn't act very well, so perhaps saying sorry now and asking your guides and helpers to perhaps take that energy vibe to whoever or whatever you weren't great to. It's doing a lot of spinning, isn't it? lot of spinning. We've all got stuff, haven't we? We've all got stuff. Okay, it's starting to slow down now. Okay, right. Okay, that's happy with what it's done now. So I'm going to pick an Ogham from the dice, and whichever one looks towards me is the one we will use. And this is Gort, perhaps a very good one for this energy centre. This is Ivy. So I'm going to draw that into you now. Gort. 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 And then we'll pick out a rune dice. And I'll do this the same. Ah, Swelu. Sun. Good things. Okay, let's draw that into you now. Which way does it go? And even though you may be seeing these in reverse, they will still have the energy. Swelu. 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 Okay. Okay, so imagine the nature of Ivy, and my legs are going to sleep. It weaves, it winds, it binds things to us. But you can pull it off and unwrap it. So unwrapping those things that are kept in your belly. Let's untangle the feelings and the constriction. You can use it to tie things and bring them to you, but also think of how it grows. There are lots of little new paths that will open up to you. Some of them just lead nowhere, others lead all the way up and around things. Ivy can grow into great big thick trunks as well, and it has a symbiotic relationship with what it grows on. People are very quick to ring ivy at the bottom of a tree. That is, they'll cut a section out, a good foot, and then it dies all the way up. And it looks awful. So I would say gently untwist things that are holding you back and discard. Throw them into the pond here, into this water here. And sometimes when they ring these trees, the other tree dies because it has had a very good relationship with that ivy. Ivy is a late source of nectar. Hundreds of insects, birds nest in it. And when the plant has got a bit older in its life, the leaves actually change from the heart shape that we know to an oval shape. So it is transformative as well. Okay. Just channeling the energy of ivy, Gort, as we speak of it. And then the the Suelu rune from the Elder Futhark, but also from the Anglo-Saxon runes as well, the English runes. Bringing light in, bringing growth, bringing abundance, bringing pleasure, relief after the constriction of ivy. So relief that you're getting rid of these things now, making a conscious decision to get rid of what no longer serves you. And as we are in the time of year where I live, where the sun is at its brightest, just accept that energy as we channel the sun to you. And if you are in the southern hemisphere, the sun is starting to weaken where you are, and you know that you are coming to a period in the year when you rest. You've been very busy all summer, and now it is time to sort of knuckle down and stay around your hearth fire. Okay. So we'll put those both back into the bag, and then we'll pick one out. The heart center, and this little rose quartz that was given to me by a Druid woman at a Beltane festival. And it's lovely rose quartz, rough on one side and it's got a polished flat surface on the other. So first of all, let's choose something out of the Ogham bag, and I've got this one, and which one comes out first? Eda, or cool. These are poplars or maples. So I'm just going to draw that down your center line now. Eba. Checking because these are so difficult to get into my mind because they all look so similar. And this stands for a group of trees, really. And it is said that they like to stand together and talk and have fun and be happy. So bringing that energy into your middle dantian or your heart center, I'm just going to make a pyramid just to send that in and amplify and ramp up that energy. As we move out of all of these lockdowns, we now are able to start seeing our friends and our loved ones. And the ache of not seeing them is hopefully starting to leave you now. The sun shines down and we start to make our connections again. And I know this is different for people in different parts of the globe where the pandemic is at the moment, but just keep hold of that hope. Things will change, it will open up again, and you will have your freedom of movement. So sending in the poplars and the field maple energies of happiness, of gaiety, laughter, fun, as well as love. Let's pick a rune. So I will... No, that one's come up straight away, and we have Radia. Radia. Can you see that? Am I holding it right? I can't really... Sorry? Showing you... Yes. Can't see in the light here. Okay. I'm going to draw it the other way, because that's the way it's meant to face. Radion, for moving forwards with a steady pace. Radi. Good one to put in your car. Protection for moving forward. And perhaps don't run before you can walk is the phrase that has been put into my mind. Moving forward at a steady pace. A pace that is right for you. So if you're nervous about getting out there, don't worry about it. It'll come. Your confidence will build. And you can look into these symbols in a bit more depth than in this video by just doing a quick Google search. And again, if you're not moving forward yet in your particular country, wait, it will happen. Maybe do a little bucket list of things you'd like to do this year and tick each one off over the summer. So sending that into the heart center, just gently reining that in. When I move my fingers like that, I call it reining it in. So reining in the energy, and it gently moves through your aura of the Radion and the Eda. Or another symbol is code in some Ogham systems. Okay. And breathe out. Okay, let's put these back in the bag. And we're going to move up to the Yin Tang Center. Many of you know as the third eye. And we have sail. And this is the blackthorn. So I'm going to draw that down here. Sail. Sorry, it's not. Yes, it is strife. Not sail. Strife. Produces the slowberry, sloes, which people put into gin. Now, this is a very dark and redwood tree, and it's got great big thorns on, and as the name suggests, strife. It can cause us a bit of strife. So I am guessing perhaps you've got a problem that is worrying you, problem that you can't work around, so I'm just pulling the chi out of that. Release it. Perhaps ask Gort, Ivy that we pulled out earlier, to help you find a way. And this is an Ogham of testing yourself, okay? If you need to put a barrier up around yourself, perhaps not see someone who is causing you that strife, just do it for a little bit. Cocoon yourself up. Protect yourself. Just go quiet for a little bit. Retreat. Do your path working, perhaps using the Gort, and then using the Eda to help you bring love and forgiveness in if you need to. Do a little bit of path working with the strife. Very protective tree as well. So I'm just going to channel the energy of that to you now. Take a breath in and breathe out. Ooh, you may see horses go past if the camera's in the right place. I don't think it is. They're just riding past now. You can hear the thundering of the hooves. start to gallop. Lovely. And the little nika that they make. So let's take a hint from those horses. You will be moving forwards. You have decided to watch this ASMR healing, so you have sort of entered into a contract to help yourself be better. Okay, let's choose a rune. Okay, and we have neat. Am I holding it in the right place? It's a line with a little T across it. So this is something you need to do. Need. So you need to clear the chuff, as I call it. I suppose that should be the chafe from your mind. You need to let the light in, to raise your vibration a little bit. When you start thinking, I can't, I won't, I don't want to, stop yourself, because you put that energy out into the universe. Cancel, cancel, cancel. I will try. I can. I will. And remember, if it's something that you don't want to do, look on it as a learning experience. What have you learnt from doing that? Okay, channeling that energy of the rune into your third eye. Again, reining it in. The Oghams are quite gentle healers. The runes, I find, are a bit heavier. So I'm just going to check all of the energy centers now. We didn't clear the heart and the third eye for some reason, so I'm just going to check. Is the lower dantian okay now? Yes. Okay, thank you. Is the middle dantian, the heart center, okay now? Yes. Okay, thank you. And is the yin tang point, the third eye, okay now? Yes, it is. Okay, so obviously the lower dantian in your abdomen was the one that needed the most. Okay. So I'm just going to scan down your body to make sure that I think it's all right. If you've got any sort of lumps or bumps or tightness anywhere in your body after this healing, just put your own hands up to wherever it is and ask for it to be balanced. Everyone can do healing, even if they haven't been attuned. We are all healers of ourselves, okay? And just hold your hands there for a little bit, thinking clear, balance, clear, balance, clear, balance. And you'll find it'll start to calm down. And you should feel all right again. Okay, so I'm just working down your body. Okay, and a last one round the back, just to feel the energy down your back line. Okay. Grow those roots back out into the ground below you. And I'm just going to hold these, come in at your heart centre with these 2 bits of Sussex flint, which is the area that I'm in now, And I'm just going to move them up and down, up to your crown and down to underneath your feet, to align you properly. And breathe out for me again. Wonderful. Thank you so much. I get such pleasure in helping you all, and it helps me as well, because it keeps me rooted somehow myself. Okay. All right. Peace above you, peace below you, and peace all around you, here from the dew pond and the thin